When fate bends, even the strongest fall. And when the darkest forces are given a purpose, they often find themselves caught between duty and desire. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the unknown, explore the unimaginable, and uncover stories that challenge the very fabric of destiny. Today, we bring you a tale unlike any other, one that twists the boundaries of fate, obsession, and divine will. In a world where angels and humans collide, imagine being the target of a fallen angel, a creature whose very essence was designed to destroy you. But what happens when the angel cannot fulfill its purpose? When duty becomes tainted with fascination and something much darker starts to brew? If you want to understand the depth of this story and the power of the chosen ones, you've come to the right place. But before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exploration into the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. Let's uncover the truth together. 1. The unlikely assassin, a fallen angel's purpose. Angels are not simply celestial beings. They are agents of divine will, beings created to carry out the commands of a higher power. Their existence is dictated by a purpose that transcends their own desires. But when an angel falls from grace, it no longer serves the divine. The moment they fall, they become disconnected from their original essence. Cast aside from the heavens, they are thrown into a world that sees them not as celestial beings, but as something much darker, more complex. This particular fallen angel was once an agent of divine wrath, a servant of the heavens, whose only goal was to carry out the will of its creators. But when it fell, it found itself not only losing its grace but also its purpose. However, duty never truly abandons an angel. Despite its fall, it still had one final mission left, one final task given by the divine. The chosen one had been marked for death, and it was the fallen angel's task to carry out the execution. This was not just any person. This was a being who held the potential to reshape the world, to change everything that had been set in motion by the heavens. But the question looms large. How does a fallen angel, disconnected from its divine origins, deal with a mission that once would have been clear, but now feels anything but simple? The once impassive warrior is now faced with something more, something beyond the simple order to destroy. The task given was clear: kill the chosen one. Yet, as the fallen angel prepared to carry out this mission, something inside it began to stir. A feeling of doubt, a hesitation that had never been part of its nature. And that hesitation became the beginning of its descent into a far more dangerous state. 2. The moment of failure, when the blade stopped. The moment of hesitation was not something that could be easily explained. Here was an angel, created for one purpose: to execute divine wrath. Yet in the very instant that the fallen angel prepared to end the life of the chosen one, it faltered. There was no clear reason for this hesitation. Perhaps it was the quiet strength in the eyes of the chosen one that struck the fallen angel, something about them that radiated an undeniable energy, an energy that seemed to whisper, "There is more to you than you think." The angel stood motionless, the blade poised but not descending. For the first time, the angel did not follow through with its purpose, and in that moment, it realized it could not kill. The execution that had been assigned to it was now impossible to complete. The hesitation wasn't born of weakness. It was born of a deeper, more complex realization. The chosen one was not just another target. This realization struck like a thunderbolt, shattering the certainty that had once governed the fallen angel's existence. The moment of failure carried with it consequences far more far reaching than the angel could have ever anticipated. Not only did it break the chain of command, it also began to unravel the very essence of the angel itself. No longer able to carry out its mission, the fallen angel found itself in a place of uncertainty. It could not return to its former role as an instrument of divine wrath, and it could not destroy the chosen one. What remained was a question that plagued the angel's mind. Why couldn't I do it? This failure marked the beginning of an obsession that would shape everything to come. Third, obsession breeds darkness. A new mission begins. As the days passed, the failure of the angel to carry out its mission did not fade. It could not simply return to the abyss from which it had come, nor could it forget the chosen one. The angel, once a being of pure purpose and destruction, found itself trapped between its divine origins and a growing fascination with the very target it was supposed to eliminate. The chosen one became more than just a mission. They became an enigma, a puzzle that the fallen angel could not leave unsolved. Obsession began to take hold. At first, it was subtle, watching from the shadows, observing every move the chosen one made. The angel studied them in ways it had never done before with a target. It wasn't just about looking for weaknesses or vulnerabilities. It was about understanding what made the chosen one different. The fallen angel became fixated on this person, not with the intention to kill, but with the need to understand. There was something about them, something beyond their status as the chosen one, that resonated with the fallen angel. The once cold, emotionless entity began to feel emotions it had long forgotten. The bond between assassin and target began to blur. Where there should have been hatred, there was a growing sense of curiosity. Where there should have been determination to end the chosen one's life, there was instead an inexplicable urge to get closer, to understand them. The obsession consumed the angel, becoming more powerful than its original purpose. The divine mission of destruction had turned into a pursuit of something much darker, an all-encompassing desire to know more, to possess, and perhaps to change the chosen one. As the days turned to weeks, the obsession grew. The angel could not pull itself away from the chosen one. Every glance, every moment of proximity deepened the fascination. The angel's sense of duty faded into the background, overtaken by a new force that controlled its every thought and action. 4. The forbidden bond. Can the chosen one break the cycle? From the shadows, the fallen angel watched the chosen one, no longer a target, but an object of intense interest. The chosen one, once oblivious to the impending threat, slowly began to sense the presence of the angel. There was a strange feeling in the air, a sensation of being watched, stalked by something far older and more powerful than anything they had encountered before. At first, the chosen one brushed it off as paranoia, but as time passed, they began to feel it more acutely. And then one day, they saw the angel. It wasn't just an encounter, it was a revelation. The angel, so consumed by its obsession, had revealed itself in a moment of vulnerability. For the chosen one, this revelation was not one of fear, but of understanding. In the fallen angel's eyes, the chosen one saw not just a creature of destruction, but a being in torment. The obsession that had once been a force of evil was now a manifestation of the angel's inner conflict. It had been sent to destroy, but now it was trapped in a cycle it could not break. What had begun as a deadly pursuit turned into something far more complicated. The chosen one could not simply run or hide from this angel, now that they understood its torment. Instead, they found themselves facing something deeper, the possibility of redemption. Could the chosen one break the cycle of obsession, not through destruction, but through understanding? Could they offer the fallen angel the peace it so desperately sought, and in doing so, find a way to free themselves from this tangled bond? But the path was not clear. The angel's obsession had already grown too deep. Redemption, it seemed, was not something that could be easily achieved. But one thing was certain: the chosen one was no longer just a target. They were now the key to breaking, or further solidifying, the bond between the fallen angel and its dark purpose. The eternal struggle between redemption and ruin. The fallen angel, now obsessed with the chosen one, faces an internal war far more intense than any external battle it has fought before. As the angel observes, it's clear that it is no longer simply an agent of destruction. It is a being caught in a vicious struggle between its past and its present. This isn't just a moral conflict, it's a conflict of identity. The angel was created to execute wrath, to serve a higher order. But in this moment of failure, that purpose became a hollow echo. The essence of what it once was, an agent of purity, a bringer of justice, has fractured. Now, the angel is left to confront the remnants of its existence, a being devoid of purpose, uncertain of what comes next. The more the angel watches the chosen one, the more the struggle deepens. There are moments when the angel is consumed by its primal instincts, the drive to carry out the mission, to destroy. These moments are like waves crashing over the shore, pulling it back to its darker self. But then, there are moments of clarity when the angel sees beyond the surface. It sees the person the chosen one is, not just the symbol they represent. The fallen angel begins to question, what does it mean to be redeemed? Can I change? Or is this what I am destined to be forever? The fallen angel's obsession becomes a paradox. It is both a source of its torment and its only remaining tether to existence. The mission it failed to carry out is still there, haunting it, yet the deeper it goes into this obsession, the more it realizes it has been following a false path. The answer isn't in destruction, but in understanding. The truth that the fallen angel discovers, much too late, is that it has been chasing its own redemption all along, in the form of the chosen one. But can redemption be granted when the angel has already strayed so far from grace? The eternal struggle between redemption and ruin will define whether the fallen angel's soul will ever be free, or if it will be forever chained to its failed mission. 6. The role of free will. The chosen one's power. Throughout this entire ordeal, one element remains a constant: the chosen one's power of free will. The chosen one is not just a passive recipient of fate. In fact, their very title suggests a unique autonomy, a strength in making choices that influence the future. While the fallen angel was created to follow orders, the chosen one is defined by the ability to choose, whether to fight, forgive, or even understand the angel in front of them. What makes the chosen one so different? It is their power of choice, and how that choice has the potential to either break or build connections. This gift of free will is not simply a passive trait. It is the very core of their power. The chosen one can choose to act in ways that defy what is expected, to choose paths that have not been ordained by the heavens. This very essence of autonomy is something the fallen angel cannot grasp. The fallen angel was created to serve a higher purpose. There was no room for choice, no room for questioning. But now, it finds itself facing the chosen one, whose every action, every decision, seems to defy the very concept of fate. In many ways, the chosen one's free will represents the very thing that the fallen angel lacks. It is the spark of rebellion that the angel can never understand. This dynamic, however, creates a unique tension between the two. The chosen one, aware of the angel's obsession and of their own unique role in the grand scheme of things, must decide whether to fight the angel or reach out to it. Their power lies not in defeating the angel physically, but in understanding its torment and offering something the fallen angel cannot give itself: the freedom to choose something other than destruction. In this way, the chosen one becomes both a symbol of hope and a living challenge to the fallen angel's broken purpose. The more the angel obsesses, the more it is confronted with the very power it never had, the power of free will. Will the angel learn to embrace this power, or will it continue to fall deeper into the abyss of its mission? 7. A twist of fate. The fallen angel's humanity. In a strange turn of events, the fallen angel begins to experience feelings and sensations it never thought possible. Emotions begin to surface, things like guilt, longing, and confusion. These emotions, so foreign to a being designed to be above such things, start to shape the angel's perception of its mission and the chosen one. The very fact that the angel can now feel these emotions is a sign that its transformation is deeper than simply failing a mission. It is evolving, becoming something new. At first, the fallen angel struggles with these feelings. It tries to suppress them, telling itself that they are a weakness, that they are distractions from its purpose. But the more it experiences, the more it realizes that these feelings are not weaknesses. They are fragments of something it had long forgotten, something that may have once been part of its original design. The fallen angel's humanity, the part of it that was once connected to those it was meant to serve, begins to reemerge. This transformation doesn't come without its struggles. The fallen angel's return to humanity is a painful and confusing process. It no longer fits into the role it once played as a servant of divine wrath. The emotions it now experiences are a constant reminder of its fall from grace, but they are also the keys to understanding what it has become, and perhaps what it could be. It is in these moments that the fallen angel begins to see the chosen one not as an enemy to be vanquished, but as a being who can help it understand its own fractured existence. The moment of truth, a choice between darkness and light. The moment of truth arrives when the fallen angel is forced to confront the reality of its situation. It cannot remain suspended in a cycle of obsession, nor can it continue to cling to its past identity. The time has come to make a choice that will determine the fallen angel's fate once and for all. Will it choose to remain trapped in the darkness, consumed by the need for destruction and the obsession with the chosen one? Or will it embrace the possibility of redemption, acknowledging that it has the power to choose its own path? This decision is not easy. The angel's nature has been built around the idea of inevitability, the idea that it is a tool of fate, a being without agency. But now, standing before the chosen one, it is faced with a truth that it has ignored for so long. It is not bound by the past. The angel has the ability to choose, just as the chosen one has. This moment of realization marks a turning point. The choice is no longer about killing the chosen one. It's about deciding what the angel truly wants from its existence. The darkness that once defined it is no longer a certainty. The light, however, is still a possibility. The question remains, will the fallen angel embrace the light, or will it succumb to the darkness that has defined it for so long? 9. The end of the beginning. The fall of the fallen angel. The final act is one of release. The angel's obsession with the chosen one reaches its peak, and the bond between them has never been more intense. But just as the angel reaches the pinnacle of its obsession, something unexpected happens. It lets go. The very obsession that once defined the angel is shattered in an instant. The grip of darkness loosens, and the angel begins to step away from its former path. In this moment of release, the fallen angel is neither fully redeemed nor fully lost. Instead, it finds itself at a crossroads, the end of one chapter, but not necessarily the end of its journey. The chosen one, who was once seen as an enemy, has become a symbol of potential. Potential for change, for understanding, for redemption. And as the fallen angel takes its first steps away from its past, it knows that the road ahead will not be easy, but it will be a road of its own choosing. And with that, the story of the fallen angel and the chosen one draws to a close, for now. But as we've seen, redemption and obsession are not easily untangled. The paths of light and darkness are forever intertwined, and the choices we make determine who we are. This tale reminds us that even those who seem most lost have the potential for change. Sometimes, the most powerful transformations come from within. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey. If you've enjoyed this exploration, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more tales of the chosen ones and the forces that seek to change their destiny. Until next time, remember, even the fallen have the power to rise again.